Good evening everyone, I am Ankit Dubey and I am pursuing grade from the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. Today we are going to learn about the third chapter of class 9, which is atoms and molecules. Now let's begin. Now what are atoms? Before going to atoms, we should know what is matter. You have studied in previous two chapters what is matter. Now let's have some recap. Everything or anything around us which has some mass and occupies some space is matter. For example, can I call this marker or stylus a matter? Of course yes, because it has some mass and it is occupying some space. Now, what is atom? Atom is considered as smallest unit of matter. Now, what is smallest unit? For proving this point, many scientists came forward, and one scientist came forward and stated that if we keep going dividing matter, there will be a stage where the matter will not furtherly divide. The element we found at that time is atom. That's why the smallest unit of matter will go after dividing is an atom. Now, many scientists came and they said atoms combine to form molecules. Now, what are molecules? Molecules. Atoms combine to form molecules. Why do atoms combine? Why do atoms combine? They combine to form molecule. Molecule will be either of element or compound. Now, what is the basic difference between element and compound? We have studied in previous lecture that what is the basic difference between element and compound. That elements are made up of same atom. For example, O2 is an element, while compound is made up of two different elements like hydrogen and oxygen will make H2, which is water. Now, there are some laws which are given by Anton Lewison and J. Proust. They are known as law of chemical combination. The first law is law of conservation of mass. Laws of chemical combination. Now, first one is law of conservation of mass. Now, what is law of conservation of mass? Anton Lewison states that mass cannot be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Now, let us focus on the activity. Now, we have one conical flask in which we have one small ignition tube, and we have two different solutions. One solution is under ignition tube and another solution is in conical flask. Now, what we have to do is, what Lewison did it, that he weighted it was the mass of this whole flask. He got mass, for example, X. Let X be the mass of this flask. Mass equals to X. Now, next what he will do is, he will slow down the tightening of flask. He will lose the thread, then the ignition tube will fall into the solution. Then there will be a chemical reaction between the two solutions of this ignition tube, with which we have solution of X and another one is Y. Now what will happen? The chemical reaction will take place. After the chemical reaction, now we are going to take the mass of it, then we will go at the mass will be X. Now we can say that the mass before the chemical reaction is X, mass after the chemical reaction is X. So we can say that the mass is neither creating nor destroying in a chemical reaction. The second law, which is law of constant proportion, stated by J. Proust. What J. Proust said that atoms are found in a definite proportion, in which he said that, for example, we have water. If, for example, I have 4 students with me, for one student I have said you have to take water from the river. You have to take water from the river. And second one has to take the water from the pond.